Alright, so we've got something to play with today. John Deere have a, please be quiet. John Deere have a battery zero turn mower. This is it. It's not actually out in Australia until 2025. I'm not sure exactly what month, but I've got it to play with a little bit early, which I'm always excited about. There's obviously plenty of battery push mowers around. Starting to see a lot more ride-on battery mowers now, and spoiler alert, they cut the grass just fine. I've used it on my property, not an issue at all. They advertise that this will cut up to 2 acres on one charge, which is 8,000 square meters. We have a 2,000 square meter block here, but it's quite overgrown, which means the machine's going to be working a lot harder, which means runtime is going to come down. Runtime is always super hard with battery stuff because it really does just depend how hard the machine's working. This isn't really a runtime test. I just want to see how it gets through this stuff. I think you guys want to see that more than anything because I can show you it nicking the top off grass, and any machine will do that. Like, you can go and buy the cheapest Bunnings mower, and any mower is going to nick the top off grass. So let's push it a little bit. It goes back today, so this is my last chance with it. I have used it as a tow vehicle at my place to pick up some leaves. I've got a leaf picker-upper. That's not the name, what is it? A lawn sweeper, leaf sweeper. It was quite effective. And the thing I did like about using this as a tow vehicle is it's nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. As I said, these aren't out till next year in Australia, but you can pre-order them. I think they're just a shade under $14,000, so it's not going to be for everyone, obviously. Has a sealed battery, which means it's going to be better in wet conditions. I think they've said you can even wash this thing, so I don't know what that means, is if there's like a cell failure or something, if the whole thing needs to be replaced. I don't know. It does have a 5-year or 200-hour warranty, whichever comes first. If you've ever used a ride-on mower, you're going to feel right at home on this thing pretty quickly. The controls feel a little bit different, just because of the electric motors and everything, but there's quite a bit of, what's the best word to describe it? I have used a few of these mowers, and they've been a little bit jerky. That was just me being a little bit aggressive, but it does. You can see if you just push the bars a little bit, you really have a bit of control over it, which is definitely what you want. You can get a bagger for this machine, I believe, but if you are getting that, I think you're probably buying the wrong machine personally. It does have a wash port on it for the deck. Shh. It's got 3 modes on it. There's a turtle, there's a hare, which I believe is just a slow and fast ground speed, and then there's like there's a picture of a bagger on the back, so I imagine that's a higher blade speed mode, which I much prefer and will definitely be using for this stuff. We're going to be cutting at its highest height of 4.25 inches, a little bit over 10 centimeters. Enough talking, let's see it working. We do have a little chute block here, and that was very thick. It didn't shut off, so I will give it that. All right, do have another chute block. Again, this is very thick and very wet grass. Well, high moisture content anyway. That's the block done. 29% battery left, so we've used 71% on this overgrown 2,000 square meters. Again, not the machine that I would, pick for this in any scenario really. Like, it's a domestic mower. It's a residential mower. It's not made as a commercial mower or anything, but it got through it. I would definitely do a second pass. But in terms of knocking it down, that's what it's done. Man, that was a bumpy block. Bumpy block. Oh, I mean, overall, very easy machine to use. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the power on, power off button, just the hold down and then waiting for it. I don't know, I just want a switch that's like, yep, good to go. I mean, it totally works. It's just like a personal thing. I understand the safety aspect of it, but very easy to adjust the height of the deck. Just push that pedal there and then rotate. This knob tells you the height. So I do very much like that. Oh, actually, I just realized now we weren't going the absolute highest. It does go to 4.5 inches. But yeah, acts like a 0-turn ride-on mower. I did overcome most of the chute blocks in the end there just by spinning it around, trying to get the grass out. It worked most of the time. But yeah, again, that was on the highest blade speed and ground speed. Not that we were traveling all that fast because of the length of the grass. And 4.25 inches. This thing's got to go back this afternoon, so I should probably give it a bit of a blow down and get on out of here. But I've got to say thanks to Hutchin and Pierce for letting me try this thing out, as well as John Deere Australia. They've been very cool about letting me try out stuff, so hopefully we can do some more stuff with John Deere. Someone's staring at me. How you doing? Good. Always. Do you want a turn? You can have a turn if you want.
Oh, thanks. No,